Last week here on Thursday Night Thunder, Ben Wishart and the Sudden Impact Ford took home their very first win right here on the Thunder circuit. The Sudden Impact machine is running strong, and he's looking to stay on top in points and carry that checkered flag into the next week. Will he be able to stay on top? We're going to find out in just a few short minutes, but right now your current checkered flag holder is Ben Wishart in the Sudden Impact machine. Now we're going to go ahead and jump over to the current point standings. As you see, Sudden Impact leads with 48, Mountaineer behind him with 40, Captain's Curse behind him with 38, and Son of a Digger follows that with 36. They are all shooting for that number one spot as we close the July season right here tonight, and we're going to find out next who comes out on top. A sold-out crowd here at the MTA Arena as fans gather from all around as we close out the July season. This is week number 5. Sudden Impact is on top, carrying the checkered flag, and is the current points champion. All the other 15 monster trucks have their sights set on the Sudden Impact Ford. However, Son of a Digger is looking stronger than ever, as well as the West Virginia Mountaineer. But who's going to come out on top? We're getting ready to find out as we kick off round number 1 here on Thursday Night Thunder. And up first here in round number 1, we've got the matchup of the Megalodon machine out of the Diggers Diecast race team. Richard Nelson II behind the wheel. He's been running pretty strong and consistent all season long. But over in that near lane is two-time Thursday Night Thunder champion Donald Price Jr. and Son of a Digger. Both trucks are staged as we close out the July season, and we go green down the straight. Son of a Digger with some sick air, and he takes the win over the Megalodon machine. What a wheel stand across the cars. He's in round 2. Next up, we've got Rich Wagner, the 8-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. He's representing the Captain's Curse machine out of the Wells Motorsports race team. But over in that near lane is the old crazy bull, Matthew Riley, in the El Toro Loco machine. Both trucks are staged. Who moves on to round 2 as we get set to go green? Down the straight stretch, Captain pulls the lead on him, up and over the cars. El Toro's in trouble, turns it over, and Captain's Curse will take the win. MTA track crew and officials are going to head down there now and check on the El Toro Loco machine as they get them flipped back over. Matthew Riley came over that last set of cars and got into the bus stack, rolled the truck over, and you see a little bit of damage done to the truck. Hopefully he'll be able to come back next season right here on Thursday Night Thunder. And El Toro Loco's on the trailer, but up next in our round 1 matchups, we've got Chad Legit 2 Legit, the Maximum Carnage champion from earlier this year. He's representing Tropical Thunder out of the Bad Weather race team. But over in that far lane is that crazy cat, Prowler, Jason Wook behind the wheel. He's looking to come out with some good points here tonight. Both trucks staged now as we go green. Off to a good start for Tropical Thunder, up and over no man's land, but Prowler come back on him in that shutdown area. He picks up the win and moves on to round number 2. Tropical Thunder's going home on the trailer. And next up in our round 1 matchups is Zach George in that beautiful 1972 Chevrolet pickup, better known as Titan. But over in the near lane, 5-time Thunder champion Bradley Graham in the Goldberg machine. He's looking to come out on top with that checkered flag right here tonight. Stage now as we go green. Hard off the line with both trucks. Goldberg pulling a lead on him, gets a wheel stand going on, and Bradley Graham and Goldberg take the win over the Titan Chevrolet. We're going to head down now to an MTA replay. You see them both come hard out of the line. Goldberg pulled a lead on him over no man's land, noses over hard. Look at the wheel stand by Bradley Graham and Goldberg. He got across the finish line first, moving on to the next round. Up next in round 1, Chantel Bailey out of Tampa, Florida, a 2-time Thunder champion and former Legends champion, representing Scooby-Doo out of the Johnson Motorsport race team. But over in that far lane is the Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite out of Cobra Creek, Colorado. That's Colt Cobra and Snakebite. He's looking to come out on top as well, and there's the green light down the straight. Up and over the cars, Scooby's out of shape, and Colt Cobra will take the win in the Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite, running it through the mud in the shutdown area. He picks up the win on to round 2. Next up in round 1 is the rookie sensation Jeffrey Skipper, a 1-time Thunder champion and wild card champion. He was new on the scene, but he's making sure his presence is known in that Johnson Motorsport race team, West Virginia Mountaineer. But in that far lane is Braden Varga in the Donkey Kong machine. He is sure not to be a slouch out here on the circuit. Stage now as we go green. Hard out of the line. Donkey Kong pulling the lead, but Mountaineer coming back on him, and what a ride for the West Virginia Mountaineer. He laid down some serious Ford horsepower in no man's land, Going back to an MTA replay, you see them both come off the line. Donkey Kong actually got him out of the hole, but Jeffrey Skipper comes back on him down the straight stretch through no man's land. Watch right here. Plants that forward horsepower and launches to the finish line. What a ride for the Johnson Motorsport race team and the West Virginia Mountaineer. And next up in round one action, we've got Logan Waller out of Granite City, Illinois, representing the bow tie brigade in Taurus. But over in that near lane is another bow tie. That's the 1950 Chevy panel wagon out of Kildover Hills, North Carolina. Aaron Church in the Gravedigger. Boat truck stage, which bow tie moves on to round two action. Staged as we go green. Down the straight stretch, Taurus got him out of the hole. Gravedigger coming back, but Taurus takes the win across the finish line. Aaron Church into the bus stack, same as El Toro Loco. Taurus moves on to round number two. Gravedigger's going back home. And now as we get set to close out round one action, that big bad Ford out of Pacific, Missouri, Mitch Brown returns, the four-time Thunder champion in Bigfoot. But over in the near lane is the current Thunder champion out of Frackville, Pennsylvania. That's Ben Wishart in the Sudden Impact Ford. It's a battle of the Ford Oval to close out round one action. Who moves on to round two as we get set to go green? Bigfoot gets him off the line. Sudden Impact coming back. Bigfoot's in trouble, turns it over, and it's all Ben Wishart in the Sudden Impact Ford. He moves on to round two action. Bigfoot's going home. We're going down to an MTA replay to figure out what happened. Bigfoot drew him off the line, but Sudden Impact made up the ground. You see him hit the first jump, and right as they approach no man's land, Bigfoot gets out of shape, gets sideways on the cars, and turned the truck over, and it was all Sudden Impact from that point on. And that will conclude the matchups in our round one competition. We hope you enjoyed what you're seeing, because round two action is coming up next, right after the break. Welcome back to Thursday Night Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting set for round two action as we close out the July season. Up first, you're going to see Son of a Digger take on Captain's Curse. That's going to be followed by Prowler taking on the Goldberg Machine. Up first here in round two, two-time Thunder champion Donald Price Jr. representing the Son of a Digger Machine out of Poplar Branch, North Carolina. He has a tough contest, though, because over in that near lane is eight-time Thunder champion Rich Wagner out of Wells Motorsports and that Captain's Curse 41 Willys. Boat truck stage now as we get set to go green. Boat truck's hard off the line. They're even up and over no man's land, and Son of a Digger will take the win. Captain's Curse for the third time tonight. He is the third victim to get hung up on that bus stack. Son of a Digger moves on. And next up in our round two competition is the return of the crazy cat, Jason Whoop, in the Prowler Machine. But he's got a hard contest because in that near lane, five-time Thunder champion Bradley Graham looking to get back on top in that brand new Goldberg Machine. Boat trucks are staged. Who's moving on to semis? There's the green light down the straight stretch. Prowler pulling the lead. Goldberg's in trouble, and Prowler takes the win. What a ride for Bradley Graham and Goldberg over in that far lane. He got out of shape there in no man's land. Prowler takes the win. As we take another look at it, look at this. Prowler starting to stretch him down that straight stretch. Up and over no man's land. Watch that far lane. Bradley Graham gets in trouble. Sticks it on the nose. What a piece of driving. Brings it back down. Prowler, however, does move on. And up next in round two competition, Colt Cobra out of Cobra Creek, Colorado, returns in the Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite. But in that far lane is the new kid on the block, Jeffrey Skipper, who's been taking names out here on the MTA circuit. He's representing the Johnson Motorsport race team in the West Virginia Mountaineer. Stage now, boat trucks as we go green. Down the straight stretch, they're even up and over no man's land. Snakebite turns it over, and it's all Jeffrey Skipper in the West Virginia Mountaineer. He's moving on to semifinal competition. But what a ride for Colt Cobra in the Snakebite. The MTA track crew and officials are down there to turn him back over. He doesn't seem to hurt the truck too bad, but hopefully we'll see Colt Cobra in the August season. Well, now as we close out round 2 competition, Ben Wishart returns out of Frackville, Pennsylvania in the sudden impact machine. He's still defending that championship flag, but over in that near lane's the rookie out of Granite City, Illinois in the Taurus Chevrolet. He's looking to take out the champion here in round 2 action. Ford versus Chevrolet as we go green down the straight stretch. They're even, up and over no man's land, and what a race across the finish line. But the rookie Logan Wallard and the Taurus Chevrolet knock off the champion early. We're going to take you back and show you that race one more time. Sudden impact drilled him off the line, but the Chevrolet made up the ground coming down that straight stretch. You see both of them hit the jump about even, and look at the shot to the finish line. It was all Chevrolet, and Logan Wallard taking home the win. Sudden impact out of a flag, and he's on the trailer, but he's still in competition for the overall points. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a quick break and going down to the MTA garage and showing you guys what's going on. As some of you may know, the All-American Throwdown's coming up this Saturday, 7 o'clock on the MTA YouTube channel, and we got a brand new Advanced Auto Parts grinder is set to make its debut out there on that track. And there you see the return of the Equalizer Ford, as well as Chris Ballout's Stinger Unleashed machine. And the Maximum Motorsports race team is debuting a new truck themselves. It's going to be the Dragon Ice machine. And your favorite boy, Shaggy, is returning, and Gravedigger the Legend at the All-American Throwdown. Everybody can't wait to come out and see him, as well as the brand new Dragon Ice and the Advanced Auto Parts grinder. So be sure to tune in Saturday for the All-American Throwdown. Moving on to semifinal action here on Thursday Night Thunder. Up first in our bracket is Son of a Digger taking on the Prowler machine, followed by West Virginia Mountaineer taking on Taurus. Up first, we've got Son of a Digger out of Poplar Branch, North Carolina. Donald Price Jr., a 2-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, but he draws up against that crazy cat, Jason Wook, in the Prowler machine over in that far lane. Donald Price shooting for victory number 3 here tonight, but he's got to conquer the Prowler machine. Boat truck stage now. Who's on to the finals as we go green? Boat truck's hard off the line, even down the straight, up and over no man's land. It's Prowler, turns it over. Son of a Digger just barely crossed the finish line. He did a wheel stand right there coming out of no man's land. He's on to the finals. And now as we close out semifinal action, the return Logan Wallard out of Granite City, Illinois, in the Taurus Chevrolet. He's looking to take victory number 1 out here on Thunder. But in that near lane is the rookie sensation Jeffrey Skipper in that West Virginia Mountaineer out of the Johnson Motorsports race team. Boat truck stage. Ford versus Chevrolet as we go green to close out the semis down the straight stretch. Up and over no man's land, and what a close race. But it's all Jeffrey Skipper in the West Virginia Mountaineer. He takes the win over the Taurus Chevrolet. We're going to take you back to an MTA replay. Both trucks were even off the line. As you see, they're chasing each other down that straight stretch. But as they approach the very first jump, a slight lead goes to the Mountaineer. But the Bowtie Brigade trying to play catch up in the far lane. But Jeffrey Skipper just took the win in that West Virginia Mountaineer. He meets Son of a Digger in our Thursday Night Thunder final. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday, July 31st, 32 of MTA's baddest monster trucks come together to declare one All-American Throwdown champion. These guys are going to be laying it all on the line in a show you don't want to miss. We are going to crown the All-American Throwdown champion this Saturday. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's final time here on Thursday Night Thunder as we close out the July season. Up in our matchup, Donald Price Jr. returns in Son of a Digger out of Poplar Branch, North Carolina. He is looking for victory number 3 out here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. But over in that near lane is the rookie sensation Jeffrey Skipper out of the Johnson Motorsports race team in the West Virginia Mountaineer. He's looking for his second championship out here on Thursday Night Thunder as well. Boat truck stage, Son of a Digger, Mountaineer. It's showtime here on Thunder down the straight stretch. Both trucks are looking even. Mountaineer's in trouble, and Son of a Digger will take the win over the West Virginia Mountaineer. He got out of shape there in no man's land. Son of a Digger will take the win. What a wild ride to close out the July season. Taking you back now to an MTA replay. You see both trucks were strong off the line. Maybe a slight lead to the Mountaineer in the near lane. But Son of a Digger playing to the horsepower. Mountaineer out of shape there in no man's land. And it costed him the win out here tonight. And the Son of a Digger machine goes across the finish line. And ladies and gentlemen, as we close out the July season, congratulations to Donald Price Jr. and Son of a Digger for winning your 3rd Thursday Night Thunder championship. And now we take a look at the overall points championship at the latter half of the bracket. El Toro Loco and Scooby-Doo with 28, and Megalodon and Snakebite with 31. And now as we look at the top half of the bracket, for the first time ever, we have a tie for the overall points championship. Sudden Impact and Son of a Digger are tied with 56 points for the overall championship win in the July season. Almost a three-way tie, but 1 point short for the Mountaineer team. And here are your July season overall points champion, Ben Wishart in Sudden Impact, and Donald Price Jr. in Son of a Digger. You two are the overall points champion as we close out the July season here on Thursday Night Thunder. What a battle for point supremacy all July season long. These guys gave it their all and laid it all on the line for the July season. We hope to see you back for the August season coming up next week. And I thank you guys for your support. Be sure, if you haven't already, make sure to crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that.
It's been a long time.
It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that.
It's been a long time.
It's about that time. It's about that time.
It's been a long time.